All right, this is the ProLogic OTC, which is a one-time code lock, but it also has static codes. So I could open this with either using our app and a one-time code, or using a static code and just enter the combination. But I've got a special setup here where this ProLogic OTC is controlling two locks. The lock on the ATM safe and the lock on the PC compartment or the top hat of the ATM. And those two are connected by this junction box. So the keypad or entry pad is connected to the junction box. The junction box connects lock 1 and then lock 2. And this junction box is also a Duress module, so it can be wired to the alarm panel in order to send a silent alarm in case of duress. So I'm going to show you how this works first in static code mode, where I'm entering a standard code like an irregular safe lock, and then I'll show you in the OTC mode. So first let's do static code mode. So my code is 214457, but because I want to send a duress signal, I press 8. And you'll see immediately the light flashes. It asks me to select the lock, and I'll open lock number 1, and lock number 1 opens. Now the light flashing there was indication that it sent a silent alarm to the alarm panel to say that a duress code has been entered and I need help. I can do the same thing to open lock number 2, which would be the top hat lock. So once this cycle is closed, we can open lock number 2 in exactly the same way. All right, so let's go ahead and open lock number 2. You're seeing that the close seal is coming up here, which is the indication that this lock is closed, and now in the audit trail it'll show that the lock was opened at this time and then closed at this particular time with this particular close seal. So once that goes to standby mode, we'll open it again, but this time we'll open lock number 2 instead of lock number 1. All right, now we're going to open lock number 2 this time. So the same thing, I enter my code 1 digit higher or lower. So let's do it lower this time. So my code is 214457, but I'm going to choose 6. It's going to verify and send duress, and I'm going to select lock number 2, and you'll see lock number 2 opened. All right. So that lock would be closed again, and a duress signal would be sent to the alarm panel, and hopefully help is on the way. All right, so here we have the same setup, the ProLogic OTC connected to a duress module, connected to lock 1 for the ATM safe and lock 2 for the top hat compartment. In this case, the duress module isn't being used to send the duress signal. We're going to send the duress signal through the smartphone because I'm using this lock now in OTC mode. So this really isn't necessary in this particular setup. It's only necessary if we're sending a static code through to the alarm panel. In this case, we're going to send the duress signal through to the software using the smartphone. So here's how I do that. I sign in using my username, and then my password is 1, but because I want to send a duress signal, I enter 00, and I click on Login. Now I'm inside the schedules. I can download my schedule, and you'll see I have one schedule there for this particular ATM. It's connecting to this particular lock by Bluetooth, and in a moment it'll say connected, and then we can go ahead and open it. All right, so I'm now connected. How I open this is I press the up button on the keypad, and you'll see it'll come up with its messaging saying it's sending the information. There's the PIN code for me. Here's the OTC code. Now what's going to happen in this case is, because I am using this software that allows me to do it to send a duress signal, I actually press the back button, and that auto sends the information related to the OTC to the lock, and then it chooses which lock I want to open. So I'm going to say lock number 2, and you'll see lock number 2 opens. Now, when that lock closes, we'll get a close seal on board here, and the close seal will be sent back to the app and automatically off to the software. I'll show you in the next screen where we've received this duress signal in the software. All right, so on my software, I'm logged in currently as the approver, and you'll see that on the side menu here, I've got a number of different navigation menus, but I want to go to Lock Status Monitor, and I want to click on Query the Duress Records. And you'll see that I have several duress records. This is the latest one that just came through, and it came through at 4:47 on today's date. So that had also been sent by email to my email server through the software automatically. And that's how Duress works on the ProLogic OTC.